The slate-grey waters of the North Sea here in Redcar have seen countless dramas over the years, but few as unusual as the case of canoeist John Darwin. 5 years ago, lifeboats from across the Tees estuary embarked on a search for him. Last night, he turned up at the London Police Station. Now, I'm joined here by Dave Cox, the Deputy Launching Authority for Redcar RLNI. Dave, what do you remember of the search for John Darwin, the original search?
I remember it very well. It was a very dark, cold March morning, early hours of the March morning, and we were told that there was a canoe that had been missing for several hours at that time. So there was a massive RLNI response to that call for help. There were 6 lifeboats involved, including the 2 from Redcar.
So we're beside the launching area for the Redcar lifeboat. Clearly, your boat would have gone straight into the North Sea here, but where else were boats coming from, and how extensive was this search?
The lifeboats launched from Hartlepool, Teesmouth, Redcar, and during daylight the Staithes lifeboat also joined the search, and in total we covered something like 200 square miles of the North Sea.
And there was helicopters going across the sky as well?
Yeah, there was a Sea King helicopter from RAF, there was the police aircraft with its infrared night vision equipment, and shore parties as well, searching the full length of the coast from Hartlepool right down as far as Saltburn.
Now, although some wreckage was found, clearly John Darwin wasn't found. What was that like for yourself and the rest of the crews here?
It was a very frustrating night. Lifeboat crews thrive on finding a casualty and bringing them back to shore safely. That night we didn't find anything. There was no person to find, there was no wreckage to find, so it was a very, very frustrating night for everybody involved in the search.
And clearly it's hard, it must be hard to put a cost on these things, but nonetheless a search involving so many lifeboats and the helicopter as well, it must have been a very expensive and extensive search.
It was certainly an extensive search. There was as many resources as could be possibly put into the search to look for this gentleman around the night. If the man is found, then every penny is worthwhile. It was a frustrating night, and we even searched a week later up the River Tees looking for reports of wreckage. Unfortunately, still nothing to be found.
When you heard that John Darwin had turned up at a police station in London, what was your initial response?
I was quite flabbergasted, to be honest. We'd decided that perhaps this was a story with an unhappy end, so perhaps now there is going to be a happy ending to it.
What is it like to hear about something like this? Because clearly your men were risking their own lives to try and find this gentleman, although we don't know what's happened to him in that time. It must be a strange, mixed emotion. Obviously, you'd be glad that he is safe and well, but equally quite frustrating that so much effort went into finding someone who we don't know where he was or whether he was even out there in the first place.
It is a strange mixture of emotions. We're delighted that he has been found safe and well, and as long as he's happy to go back to his family and life to return to normal, then the effort was worthwhile, even though it did take 5 years to come to a conclusion.
And it must be a very, it's clearly a very strange case, because we are only speculating as to what's happened to him, and we're waiting to find out exactly what has gone on in that 5 years. But if you were trying to do it, I think it's commonly described as a Reggie Perrin. To do it in these circumstances in a canoe in the North Sea seems amazing. It's a very unusual thing to happen.
It's unusual. I've been involved with the RLNI for 30 years, and this is the first time we've had an incident like this. The gentleman must have had reasons to do what he did, and hopefully there'll be a good outcome from it all.